Nyongo of Kisumu County, Governor Waiguru, Kirinyaga County, wageni waheshimiwa ambao wamekuja hapa, Mheshimiwa Kiangoi, Mheshimiwa Neto na wengine ambao wamekuja, Deputy Governor wa Murang'a County, mabibi na mabwana, hamjambo. Hamjambo. Nashukuru kwa nafasi hii ya kukuja hapa siku hii ya leo. It is indeed laudable to see leadership that invests in raising the quality of life. I stand here shoulder to shoulder with servants of the people who dedicate their office to achieving the goals demanded of them. We set policies to guide us in achieving these lofty goals. And the Murang'a Youth Policy is an example that has activated a project whose fruit we celebrate here today. As we applaud the graduates of Murang'a Youth Service today, let us applaud Governor Kangata and his leadership of Murang'a County for the effort that seeks to strengthen the youth and their families. I was particularly touched that you are mindful of the parents of this youth. We are only as strong as we care for the weakest. If we take care of the youth, they will take care of the coming generations. We know that those between the ages of 18 and 35 constitute our biggest population. This is true of Murang'a County as it is across the country. We also know that the youth are the most disadvantaged when it comes to accessing economic opportunities and paths to prosperity. Since independence, establishing a path to generational wealth has been elusive to many. Our youth come of age without an economic ladder that someone can climb on. Very few young Kenyans have access to that ladder of opportunity. The youth leadership has recognized that it is prudent to start with those most in need. In this policy, you include the youth with disability, the youth from the streets, the youth who have been infected by some diseases, the female youth, the unemployed youth, and those who are out of school. We must remember the most vulnerable and build structures that lift them up. This will leave the legacy, eventually allows all of us, all of them, to be self-reliant and live a life of dignity. This is why I am very proud to be here today. You have refused to be that village that boasts of having one wealthy person when its population is full of beggars. I am proud to learn that this program, Bold Vision, started with a humble steps and has so far benefited 5,200 parents and 5,200 youths, a total of 10,400. The program opens opportunities for environmental work to the youth who get paid 400 shillings per day, and from there they proceed to industrial training at the county technical colleges. This is how you build prosperous people who will leave something valuable for their children to inherit, nurture, and build a nation where the injustice of poverty will be minimized if it will not be eliminated altogether. The barriers that keep us from helping our youth achieve the highest levels of production include divisive politics, While competition is a part of the democratic process electing leaders, this phase ends up with ushering in a new government, which too often we treat as a building like weed that need to pull out and prepare the field for the next election. Sometimes it can be very destructive. In the 5-year election cycle, a 13-year-old becomes a youth who can vote, and in another 5 years he becomes a young adult who can hold a job and pay taxes. We have to treat nation building as a sacred duty that involves lifting up the welfare of the people, and most of them just happen to be the youth. These programs should be the subject of conversation and a debate and a competition to see which county will achieve the best in empowering their youth. Instead, we seem to compete on which county scores highest in the scandal of theft of public resources. We commend you, Governor Kang'ata, and your team for setting up the bar very high for public service and development. We must guard against giving up on our country. Those who are in leadership have to remember that their responsibility lies in strengthening the citizens of Kenya. This is what this program of Murang'a Youth Service aims at doing. The novelty of this youth service is in the holistic approach that it takes. Young people participate in community services, thus strengthening our communal ties and values while earning income. Parents receive 25% of the pay, ensuring that livelihoods are maintained and the community ownership is maintained. Young people get the skills and the tools to start their own trade. This is how you build an economy. This is how you build a strong community. This is how you promote a value-based society. Young people, as you graduate today, I beseech you to use the skills that you have gained to empower yourself. Murang'a prides itself with many sons and daughters in Kenya and abroad who have excelled academically and economically. I call upon you today to hold the hands of those others so that they can also take your path. If you are by any chance involved in drinking, and I'm talking to the young people who are graduating today, please make every endeavor and stop that. Make every endeavor and stop that. And I can assure you that you will. Ukiamua ya kwamba utaki kuendelea kunywa, ukiamua utaki kuendelea kunywa, na umuombe Mungu, utapata umewacha hiyo. Yule ambaye anasimama mbele yenu anawazungumzia leo, alikuwa mnywaji wa miaka mingi. I drank for very, very many years. When I decided and said enough is enough, and I went to church, my life changed. I would not have been a judge, forget about being a chief justice, if I went on drinking the way I was drinking. The life can be transformed. Ukimtegemea Mungu na uombe, maisha yako yatabadilika. Graduates, I congratulate you for staying the course and completing the Murang'a Youth Service Program. Congratulations, Governor, and your team for the excellent job. And I want to wish you all the very best. Mungu awabariki sana kwa kazi njema ambao mnaendelea kufanya. Mungu awabariki.